What's up, good people? My name is AJ and you are watching Straight Talks. The topic of the video here today is going to be one that I'm pretty interested in and a little bit excited about right now, and definitely promotional. For all my CFA or CFP subscribers to the channel here, I think this card is one that you might have some interest in. So I'm not getting paid directly by American Express, but I do have a referral code. So I've posted the link of that in the description down below of this video. Please go ahead and use that if you have any interest in this card, and I'm going to plug that several times throughout this video. What we're talking about is my new American Express Gold card and why I got it, some of the benefits that I see in having this card, and again, that referral code that I have posted in the description down below. First, a quick overview of this Amex Gold card and why I signed up for it, especially the sign-up bonus that I got when I enrolled in the card that you will all get to if you sign up for the card using the referral link in the code down below. But in all seriousness, I was shopping around for another credit card to use. I always get things in the mail about signing up for this or that card, and I usually ignore them. But I had seen reviews on Amex cards in the past, and I wanted something that had a little bit more robust of a points reward system. I hadn't used an American Express card before, and so once I started to learn a little bit more about how Amex points get used, and especially the fact that you get 60,000 Amex points just for signing up for this card, which is valued at anywhere between $600 to $1,200 depending on how you use those points, it looks like a really lucrative deal, and I think it's going to be that for me, and it could be for many of you too. The card has a $250 annual fee, and you get like $120 in food credits and like $100 in travel credits. So just in statement credits, as long as you go to some of the restaurants that American Express wants you to use, I'm mostly just going to use Grubhub, but as long as you do that once a month, those things together kind of pay for that annual fee. And then of course you're getting a lot of points for any transactions you're making on the card. In addition to those 60,000 points that American Express is offering right now when you sign up for the Gold card, you also get 4 times points on purchases at restaurants and grocery stores. For that reason, a lot of people in the credit card community kind of termed this as the foodie card. Now, my wife and I don't spend a ton of money on eating out, but we definitely buy a lot of groceries. And when we do go out to eat, which is maybe once or twice a week, I'll know that I'm getting 4 times points, which is kind of like 4% cash back or 8% cash back, depending on how you use the Amex points for your purchases at restaurants or grocery stores. With those 3 points right up front, you know, the $60,000 bonus reward just for signing up, the annual credits that usually add up to around $200 a year anyway, that cover that $250 annual fee, and the 4 times points earning on the restaurants and grocery stores, I think the card is going to make a lot of sense for me. In addition to that, American Express has some other membership benefits, things like warranties or replacement of lost or stolen goods. If you made a transaction using your Amex card and say, for example, your car gets broken into and a laptop gets stolen, let American Express know that. You might have to provide them with like a receipt for that computer, maybe a police report if you filed one, but they will replace that product in whole. And it's for that reason and several others that people generally consider American Express to have the #1 customer service in the credit card industry, and maybe just in general for consumer businesses out there. Now, in addition to those, if you sign up for this card to get your 60,000 Amex points using the referral link in the description down below, I'm also going to get an additional 10,000 Amex points each time one of you does that. So I'm making the ask here because it's a pretty good deal for me. 10,000 Amex points is valued at anywhere between $100 to $200 for me just by you using my referral code that I have pasted in the link down below. So I'd really appreciate it if you go and do that. I know for most viewers of my channel who are interested in or participating in the CFA or CFP programs, you probably have some kind of a credit score built up, and if you have anywhere from a medium to high income, American Express is most likely going to approve you, and you can start earning the benefits from those Amex points too. So really, you sign up, you get the 60,000 points, which are valued at anywhere between $600 to $1,200, and I'm going to talk about that here. I get the 10,000 points for you using my referral link that I have pasted down below, and we all win. But to clarify on that dollar value on how Amex points can be valued, there are a lot of third-party websites that will go in and get really detailed on how they think you should value the American Express points, but if you redeem them to pay your bill, you're only getting like a penny or less than a penny per Amex point. If you transfer them to buy flights or any travel related expenses, I believe, with those Amex points, you get 2 cents per Amex point that you have. Now, I don't want to encourage people who are not in the market for a new credit card to do that because, again, this has a $250 annual fee and there's probably a credit check with the application and everything else. And of course, you want to be a responsible spender and borrower to sign up for a new credit card. For anyone who meets those criteria and maybe have a few credit cards already, but you don't have an Amex card and you're interested in some of the things this might offer, definitely look into the card. And if you decide to sign up, of course, use my referral link down below. So the card here is pretty cool, I think. It's a metal card, and there's several that you can choose from American Express. I went with the gold card here, like I've talked about. It doesn't have as high cashback rewards as some of their lower tier cards that are also cheaper, but those have limits on how much you can spend before those benefits fall off, and they don't give you 4 times the reward on restaurants and grocery stores like the Gold Card does. In a lot of my other videos, I make the ask to, hey, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course I appreciate all those things, but if you have any interest in a new credit card and you use my referral link to sign up for the American Express card, that creates a lot more value to me right now than even subscribing or commenting or liking the video or whatever. So if you're open to supporting me, and again, you actually need a or want a new credit card, of course, check out this offer. Personally, I have 2 other cards. This will be my 3rd now, and I plan to use my Amex card for most food purchases because, again, it's kind of considered like the foodies card. So I think for probably 75% of my transactions, this card is going to make the most sense, and I'm going to get the most rewards points back relative to what I would have gotten with my other 2 credit cards that I currently own. It could be worth mentioning too that American Express is a charge card system, not a credit card system. So the big difference there is that you have to pay off your bill at the end of every single month. I think most people who are very financially responsible do that anyway, but it's worth mentioning because if you decide, hey, I only want to pay off half of my credit card bill this month and carry the balance over and pay the ridiculously high interest rate on it on your Visa or MasterCard, you're never going to be able to do that with your Amex card. They have a policy against that, and I don't know exactly what happens. I know there's some negative repercussions if you ever miss a monthly payment. So this is a charge card. It has no limit because of that fact. You can charge up just about as much as you want, but you have to make sure you're paying off that bill each month. That's really the type of customer that American Express is geared towards. This is a great card for international purposes. From what I understand, there are no extra fees on any international usage for this card. So I know I have a pretty good following in India. Shout out to India over there. I don't know exactly how credit card enrollment works or how American Express operates in India, so learn up a little bit on that on your own before applying for this card if you're interested in it. But for anyone else who does any traveling internationally, just know that the Amex Gold card has no international transaction fees. So I told you guys that I was going to ask several times in this video. This is going to be the last one. I would really appreciate it for anyone who can use my referral code that I have pasted as a link down here below in the description of this video. Click on that, go to the Amex website. They'll approve you in like 30 seconds if you're going to be approved, and they'll ship your card to you. You're going to get the 60,000 Amex points, which are worth either $600 or $1,200 depending on how you use them. I'm going to get the 10,000 Amex points for you using my referral code, and we're both going to win. So I appreciate you guys watching.